Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? I'm TubbyGeezer, and we're doing something a little different. Um, Today I'm going to be playing some Path of Exile. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago that I might start playing this on stream once in a while, just sort of like as one-offs. Holy hell, my beard's doing a thing. That's fine. My phone's doing a thing, too. In case you were wondering, in case you were all still doing a thing. So we're gonna be playing Path of Exile. What up, Hussum? I don't have... Actually, I do have a setup for Path of Exile, but it's not set up with my new camera stuff. What does this look like? Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. We're gonna go ahead and go with this one. So yeah, let's get into it and see if I can't get my camera in a place that looks halfway decent. How about that? I said a couple weeks ago that I thought about, like, Path of Exile is like a fun chill game to stream every once in a while. Not something I plan on doing like daily, but I don't want to try the new Blight League. Thank you. But it's definitely a game that I enjoy just kind of chilling out with. And I actually didn't play it for quite a while. A few months, actually. Make sure that my graphics stuff is off. Let's put VSync on. Should be okay. Actually, this one I might actually be able to. Yeah, I've got my volume low enough that I don't even need to turn it down. So here's the deal. I've played this game for over 2,000 hours. Getting level 100 in this game is probably one of the most difficult achievements I've ever wanted to do in any game ever. That being said, also, I'm curious, am I in the perfect spot by accident with my camera? Kinda, sorta. The grind to level 100 in this game is insane. So right down here you can see, that way. I am 16% of the way into level 98. I have spent about 7 hours grinding level 98. And I'm 16% of the way in. Now it's been about 5 hours. Going full speed, level 98 will probably take me about 15 hours total, and level 99 will take me about 40 hours to get through. From what I know, and from what I've seen. If you guys have watched this game or anything before, you know that there's a map system, and this is... You complete maps at the end game, and you constantly run them. Doing tier 16 maps, it's going to take me close to... I think like 250 to get to level 99, and then about double that to get to level 100. Also, if I die, I lose 10% of my experience for the level, so that is 25 maps I have to redo just to regain the amount of XP lost per level. Currently, I've been doing some tier 11s, some tower maps. They're considerably worse experience, but I was going for some good drops. I think I did 24 of those and got about 3% experience. It's absolutely nutty. But one thing I've kind of learned from listening to other people and also just my own experience, it's really hard to grind out these later levels if you're not
I did it.
Going for something else as well.
We did it. The location of the temple is now
so
clear. Remember to watch your step.
They changed things a bit since I've last played, and that's this. I haven't messed with this yet, but I think what this is you can actually, like, say I want to do Alva's quests. I can go here and I can do Atlas mission, and I will get one of her quests automatically. It used to be random in every map, and they still are. But you can force them into maps that you want. So if I want to run a ton of temples, I can just run her Atlas missions in all the maps, and then every 4 maps, I'll be able to do another temple.
I mean,
Something I kind of want to do, because the temple has a chance to allow you to, like, corrupt items, to have, like, really good stats, or accidentally destroy them. Here's one that I want to corrupt. It's a lore weave, which is not the... Oh, wait, no, that one's not the best. This is the one I have. But I want to, yeah, corrupt that. I've got some other stuff. I forget where it is. Should be somewhere. Starforge, yeah. I wanted to corrupt a Starforge. This one's actually halfway decent. And I don't remember what button brings up the thing. There it is. It's 1 off perfect physical damage, 3 off life, and it's 2 off attack speed. Right there on the bottom of the middle of the description. And with 100-point range for the physical damage, that took a while to get. So, and it's 6-linked, I'd love to corrupt that. There's a few other items I have that are ready to be corrupted. So, I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm basically going to run temples, and then run maps, and then run temples, on and on and on.
The location of the temple is now clear.
What's the quickest way through here?
We may have
Go
helped
here,
build this
here,
layout, but a
here,
lot can
here,
change in 2,000 years.
here.
There's no telling what kind of thing. Let's make history.
Anyway, I thought it'd be a fun thing to do, maybe once every couple weeks.
Dust and rot.
And I'll still
Smells
play
like
it, you know, offline and stuff, but
we're close.
I think I want to make sure that the moment I get level 100, I'm streaming. I think it'd be kind of fun. And in the process, this is, even though I'm very concerned about dying and trying not to, I think it's a good game that we can just kind of like chill. Kind of thing that if you guys ever have questions about like the future of what I'm going to be doing on Twitch, or suggestions, or you just want to talk about stuff, we can do that too. Obviously, rules still apply. I don't really want to talk about politics or religion because, you know, everyone's got their own stuff when it comes to that. I'm not trying to be a mediator. Question about the future. What's the next lottery numbers? Well, unfortunately, I only know those for the state of Ohio. So if you do ever decide to come here, we can talk. It's a very limited skill that I have, but, you know. All right, we're going over here. The vault. I also have my item filter set on something very strict, so you're not going to see a ton of items drop, because most of them just get filtered out. However, if you want to see all the items I'm getting, all I got to do is hit Alt, and then you'll realize there's a lot more stuff. If you guys watched this before, this is the same build you've probably seen me do. It's the Ice Nova cast on crit cyclone. You can have something arranged just tell you. Also, it's a weird ability where I only know tomorrows, so I mean, you got like, you know, 30 hours to get here. And if you still believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. Hello. It's actually an interesting question, though. What would you do with the lottery numbers, right? Call someone random and have them buy it for 10% share. Aw. I don't have a clever way out of that. All right. Well, we'll just switch it up and say I was lying the whole time. How dare I? What a terrible human being. discuss what a terrible human being I am.
Remind me again.
Oh my god. No! Not gonna kill me. Damn trap room. You know what? I don't need this room at all. I almost died. Already. I know. Maybe I shouldn't be doing temples. Holy crap, this place is kind of rough. Alright, where am I at now? Did go where I wanted to. I'll go up there next. Angry Boy Stomp. Okay, well, I got everything there, so... Come on, man! Tried to leap slam over it. I'm mildly frightened of the angry Roomba, too. It's been so long since I've fought it, I'm afraid I'm gonna die to it. The beauty is, if I die on stream, you all get to laugh at me, and then I can spend a bunch of time off stream getting back to where I was. Everybody wins but me. Which, as we've determined, I'm a terrible human being. So, that's fine. Minion stuff. That seems decent. Alright. Go fight the angry Roomba. Damn it.
No risk, no reward.
Never mind, angry Roomba's gonna be pretty easy. Sometimes I forget how overpowered this character is. What up, anyone? Ooh, interesting.
I need more pockets.
Really? Oh, okay. There we go. Well, alright. On to the next thing. I've fed back into my obsession, anyone? Are you proud of me yet? You do like this game a lot? It is a lot of fun. Can't believe I'm finally doing it, though. Yeah, XP per... Oh, so there's an idea. So your XP per hour only counts when you're in an area with monsters. I could sit in my hideout all day, and it wouldn't change it, as you can see. It's 12, 462, 535. So it's a pretty good way to tell how fast you're leveling. I have about 250 million XP to go to level. And I'm getting 12 million per hour. You do the math. That's like 20 hours. Just to get to the next level. That was worth a shot.
How are your maps?
Is this worth anything? That seems like a... No, it's not. Let's see, it seems like a really good mod. Increased damage and minions do Chance to deal double damage? Meh.
Stay inquisitive.
Alright, I'm gonna run these towers, and then I'm gonna start doing Alva missions on tier 16. These go quick. Math. This game is a lot of math if you want it to be. In kind of the best way, though. Because you're rewarded for doing math by finding out how powerful you are, or could be, or all that good stuff. Open. Thank you. Part of the reason I'm doing the towers is I'm looking for the nurse card, which is you get enough nurse cards, you turn them in for a doctor card, get enough of those, turn them in for a headhunter. I don't think I'm ever gonna find one, but it's fine. Headhunter being like maybe the most overpowered belt in the game. Don't know how many hours you've got, but you've done 0 math. That's fine, you don't have to. And honestly, all I'm doing is calculating the immense amount of time it's going to take me to hit level 100. That's not math I should be doing. It's probably more detrimental to my mental health when it comes to playing this game, but... I also figured that to get from level 99 to 100, it takes somewhere in the range of, like... What was the math I did? 400,000 enemies killed or something? Almost 500,000 enemies killed. Kind of insane. Yeah, I mean, ARPGs are obviously... I steered away, even though I love Diablo, I steered away from this game for like 3 years. Once it was like on full release, before I got into it. It was just not something I wanted to put my heart and soul and mind into, to like, all right, if I'm gonna do it, I've got to learn. That's why I stopped playing Grim Dawn. I was still playing PoE, and I was like, my brain just doesn't have enough time for 2 ARPGs. And sometimes I just don't want to. Very specific thing. Definitely be this over any similar game. If you had a couple hundred hours to spare. Oh, couple hundred. You sweet summer child. Yeah. And that's the thing. I've leveled, I don't know, probably a dozen characters or more up into the 90s. So it was one of those things where even though I get that the grind to 100 can be kind of a slog, it's kind of the only thing I have left. I've beaten Uber Elder. In fact, I think I did that on stream. I'm not sure. Yeah, I did, actually. At least one of them. I've beaten Shaper. I've beaten all the bosses. I haven't beaten all, like, the Delve bosses, but I kind of don't care about them. Like, all the optional League-specific bosses. But I beat, like, all the main bosses of the game, and it's still fun to play, but I needed something to push myself to do, and, well, here it is. That, and I'm the type of person that, obviously in a game like, say, Apex or something like that, if you tell me, like, you'll never be the top 1%, I'm like, yeah, I know. A couple hundreds just to get started. At least you understand. Games like Apex, if you tell me I'll never be the top 100 or like 1% of players, I'd agree with that. Like, biologically alone, there are enough people younger than me with better reflexes. I will never be the top 1%. Also, I'm never going to put that much time and effort into it. However, because it's not something that you can put time and effort into, and over time, you have to constantly be playing, or else people will just keep getting better than you. This, on the other hand, when I first heard that less than 1% of people that play this game make it to level 100, I was immediately like, I'm gonna do it. Because there's no time limit, you're not fighting against anyone else, it's just literally pushing yourself to do something that most people haven't. Which is a weird way of looking at it, I guess. It's a weird way of being. But it's a fun challenge that I actually think I can do. Now, will I ever get a second character to level 200? Hell no, probably. Unless I enjoy the journey so much that, I decide to do it again, but I highly doubt that. I mean, we're talking 50 to 100 hours to get this character from 98 to 100. Oh, I'm gonna get a cartographer box. Oh well. Stop. Rude. Mean. I don't like you. Balls is dropping everywhere. Holy shit. Did I say level 200? I meant 100. Sorry. There is no level 200. Also, I love the fact that, I mean, Chris Wilson specifically, I think, but the creators of the game in general, have said they don't want most people to get to level 100. I mean, maybe. I tend to talk quickly, and that means I make mistakes.
Need a map, Exile?
But they've said that they wanted level
Good luck
100
with
to
your
be
maps.
like a nearly unattainable feat. Something that you couldn't just do accidentally. Something that you really had to try for. And I respect that. And then we clip said mistakes. That is pretty much the nature of Twitch in general, kind of. Literally a 13-year-old kid in my chat clips me screwing something up in Far Cry 5 and sends it to a fail channel, and I end up getting put in a fail video. This is literally the nature of Twitch and the internet in general. And before you think I'm salty about that, no, I think it's great. It is a wonderful place. I don't think a lot of people would agree with me. I think a lot of people would, but I also think a lot of people wouldn't. I feel like a lot of people would be like, you know, I don't understand the enjoyment of having like an embarrassing moment put on the internet for hundreds of thousands or millions of people to see. A good time, but I think it's great. That's right, screw a lot of people, no matter which side you're on. Screw the other lot of people. What up, Chevis? Alright, dude. Happy lurking, man.
How are your maps? May your maps be merciful.
Next. This is one of the more boring maps, too. Not a lot of monsters. When I start doing stuff with sextants and all that kind of stuff, it'll get kind of crazy. But still one of those things where everything I do, I'm hedging my bets against dying at this point, which is, to me, kind of the interesting part. Because you can just play this game and it doesn't really matter if you die a whole lot. You'll generally eventually get up into the level 80s or higher if you just play, but this is the point where, unless you actively try to do everything you can to, like, put modifiers on maps that you're comfortable with. Don't put multiple modifiers on maps that are bad together, like monsters having, hey, Exalted Orb, look at that streamer luck. Also, I still say that is the most satisfying noise I've ever heard. I am going to turn this down a touch. Not a lot. In the midst of things, this game actually gets pretty loud. Me out. Breach time. Is that better? Yeah, that's a little better. And I don't feel like I'm screaming over the game quite as much. It's a rough breach, though. Too much dead area in that one. I will say though that like a couple weeks ago when I started playing this game again, I hadn't played in months, honestly. It was not real easy to get back into. Like, a lot of games, it's like riding a bicycle. Like, I go back to World of Warcraft, 5 minutes in, I'm like, oh yeah, this feels like home. This game, I feel like it took me like 3 or 4 hours to get fully comfortable with all the mechanics again. I guess that's still not a very long time in the big scheme of things, but, you know, what you gonna do? 50% of cold from hits taken as lightning, and then a bunch of Garbo stats. I act like it's a big problem when I just got an Exalt. 48.
How are your maps? Stay inquisitive.
Yeah. Back. There we go. Oh, my neck. Guys, my neck. I spent last night at least a couple hours with the wife watching chiropractic videos. And I think I realized that's my new... That's like... That might have, like, become a new obsession. For whatever reason, watching, like, really good chiropractors go nuts on, like, big bodybuilders and, like, there was one that was, like, resetting a displaced rib or something like that. I don't know why. There wasn't any more to that story other than I looked up weird stuff on the internet, for the record. That's literally all that was. That was actually the word I almost used. I was about to be like, it's a new fetish, and I was like, no, it's not sexual. But it is most definitely, like, an intriguing, I can't look away, I kinda love the sound of bones cracking. which also sounds psychotic, but never mind. You know, in a healthy sort of way. In a therapeutic way. No, what gets me is because I've been to the chiropractor before, I know what it is. It's watching people's reactions to it. Like, especially watching videos of people getting, like, something chiropractic done for the first time. Like, the first time people have, like, their neck cracked or whatever. Seeing their reactions is priceless. Because I'm gonna admit, it's quite an experience. That is a true story. I have a weird psychotic fetish. That's the takeaway, huh? Not chiropractic stuff is cool. Takeaway is I have a weird psychotic fetish. I'll take it. I mean, I don't agree with you, but if that's what the internet wants. Should I become a psychotic fetish activist now?
Need a map? Good luck with your maps.
The internet, everything you will say will be misinterpreted as needed. Here's the great part about that. You're not wrong, at least to some extent, right? I mean, even if it's in joking, like, yes. At least a small part of the internet just wants chocolate. Aw. That's the most wholesome thing I've ever heard. And I kind of love it. I just imagine you saying that, like, really, like, downtrodden, like, everyone's talking about weird psychotic fetishes, and you're like, at least a small part of the internet just wants chocolate. But that's the beauty of the internet, because it's a given that everything will be either misinterpreted, misquoted, or just used for the sake of humor. It doesn't matter what you say, as long as it's not, like, obviously menacing or directed at anyone or obviously blatantly offensive. Because no matter what you said would be taken out of context and used against you in some embarrassing way. Or there's a possibility that it could. Like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Maybe it's because I've always kind of had a weird sense of humor, and I've spent a majority of my life trying to get people to understand my sense of humor by trying to be funny. Now I don't have to, because no matter what I say will be twisted into something that's funny, and I don't even have to be funny anymore. It's grand. I will say, like, I am more comfortable streaming than doing anything else that involves me being in the direct line of sight of people. Even if it's over the internet with a webcam. And I don't know why that is. I constantly hear people talk about how streaming is like... I mean, I get that it's, especially for, like, larger streamers, it's a job. There's a lot of work involved. I've experienced that. You know... It's not super amazing, but all my own, like, overlays and stuff I've done myself. I get the work part of it. And I get getting tired from streaming, too. That's why I only stream, like, a few hours a day, because it is honestly exhausting to sit here and talk and talk and talk and talk. And try to play a game while trying to read chat and doing a million other things, especially when Discord's going on and I'm trying to hit buttons and make sure that I'm not muted here and muted there. It's a lot, but for some reason, as far as social spaces go, this is where I feel the most comfortable. And that might actually be the most telling thing about my broken mental state. That Twitch is the social outlet where I feel the most comfortable. Even though it's misinterpreted, anyone normal realizes the real meaning that's just in the fun. Right, yeah. If you don't realize that and can't take sarcasm, and being joked with is not really a great place. Oh, yeah, yeah. And I think a lot of people refer to it as having a thick skin. Which I think there's I think in some cases that's how it is. Some channels, some people, some locations on the internet, yeah, you've just got to have a thick skin. But I see it more like you've just got to not take yourself too seriously. Like, if I sneeze and there's like a 7-inch boogie hanging out my nose on camera, one, I had to sneeze. That's just what people do. Two, I mean, I can get rid of it pretty quick, but I can't make it never have had happened. You know, it happened. Things happen. I'm hoping it never happens, but if it does, I'm not gonna like crawl under my desk and be like, I can't stream anymore, guys. I'm sad. I mean, maybe for like a minute or two, but beyond that, I'll be fine. Right? That good. Good. Garbage. Trying to get the item quantity over there. It's like the second from the top little blue number. 85% right now. I'm trying to get that over 90, but I'll take it over 80. 25% increased monster damage is the only bad one there. Life. I try to make sure that there's only one damage on each of these. So this one has 23% increased monster damage. This one has 101% extra damage as lightning, and this one has 5%. You can get ones that are like 101% extra damage as lightning, or extra damage as lightning, 103% extra as cold, plus like flat monster damage. What now? I would be laughed at and then mostly forgotten an hour later and probably be brought up as a joke in any future sneezes. Yeah, exactly. And then I would have to make an emote with like a boogie hanging out my nose or something. Not the worst idea I've ever had, honestly. Alright, so let's see. We're over here at burial chambers.
The mediocre turned remarkable.
Try to get some decent ones. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking to get sextant mods that give additional monsters. The entire point of this is I want there to be as many enemies as possible in these maps. So that has areas contain additional monsters that heal. Areas contain additional monsters that deal fire damage. Additional monsters that deal lightning damage. And breach is not bad, but I don't really like abysses. I'll blow a few more of these. Trying to get another good one. Yeah, magic pack size. That's fine. More monsters. I don't really have a lot of these shards, but I'll do what I can with them. So, 98%. It's 108%. I have 108% quantity on this, and pack size is 30%. Then add more Nemesis monsters, because more monsters. Clips doesn't really get pulled out later on. They're just there in the clip page you probably never watched. Yeah, there's definitely some channels where I've seen like old clips constantly get brought up. But yeah, most clips get forgotten about. Or, in my case, used for a variety of things. If I ever make a new intro, every time I've started a new intro, which has been like 3 or 4 times now, I like look at the one I've got now and I'm like, that's gonna be really hard for me to beat without a professional making it. So I also have this. I never showed you guys this. So I have a secondary weapon here with a bunch of nonsense stuff in it, but it gives rampage. It says rampage. Now there's a cute little trick in this game where rampage gives you movement speed boost, I think item rarity drop, and maybe a couple other bonuses. And it counts up. You'll see it right above me. It'll count up the number of kills I got. Well, here's the beauty of Rampage. That sword is bad for my build. This is bad for my build. I would never use this sword. But this is the one I use. So if I kill like a couple enemies with this one and start the Rampage counter going, I can swap back and use this one as long as the rampage counter doesn't go away, which I think it's 5 seconds without a kill and it disappears. then I get to keep the rampage stacks but use the weapon I want. So check this out. I'll swap over, and you can see down here that it's like a completely different set of abilities. When you see the 3 Frost Novas, I'm on my main one. When you see the 3 little swirly ones, I'm on the bad one. Also, I'm carrying a big-ass axe. So yeah, check this out. Kill a couple things, swap back over. Rampage counter above me is still going, but now I'm using the weapon I want. But the big part of this is the movement speed. That's the kicker. If I can keep it going, you can get up to 1,000 stacks. And sometimes you get cool little explosions like that. I'm gonna focus on this one to see if I can't keep my stacks up. Pretty sure you can do this with just about any build that can kill something with a sword, too. Oh, no. I'm losing them right here. If I lost my stacks, I swap back over, I get them again, and I start back at the beginning. And I got a map return. Wait. Have their moment of fame and it disappear again unless it becomes a community meme. Yeah, like, the funny thing is, I told a couple of my real-life friends, like, hey, guess what? One of my silly, embarrassing clips got put on, like, a live stream fail video that's got, I think at the time, had, like, 300,000 views. And they were like, holy shit, dude, this is your time, man. This is your chance. You're gonna make it. And I was like, that's not how the internet works, dude. My clip on that video was like the 2nd or 3rd one, and I almost guarantee that like half the people that watched it never even saw it. Meme lord, yes, be a meme lord. By the way, because I'm trying to learn how to internet properly and how to stream properly, I do have the Path of Exile extension on, so you can see my gear and stuff. I don't know if it's working, but it said it's working. There we go. That's why I fight the bosses. Because they drop an extra map, and sometimes it's a good one. Right, yeah, Hussam, I knew it wouldn't be for you. Not popping up incessantly like the Rage one did? Nice. I don't think it's very invasive. I know the Borderlands one is kind of rough. It still feels kind of invasive.
Need a map? Stay sane.
Alright, let's do an Atlas mission. How does this work? Oh, so I don't even... Interesting. So I don't even open up the map device anymore. I just go to here, I click Atlas mission, put this in here, and... Oh, Alva will not appear in this map because the temple is ready to be explored. But no, it's not. Hold on. If I go here, can I go back?
Greetings.
Do I have to, like... Okay, there we go.
Hello, Exile.
I've never messed with this whole Atlas mission. Ooh, and I can't do any other types. Can't do any of the other... Okay, I definitely have sufficient currency. What are you doing?
Hello.
There we go. Nemesis. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Had to turn the Borderlands 3 one off every time. And quit asking you for stuff. Yeah, I don't blame you. Oh, but it still puts the map up here. Fun and annoying as soon as you can't toggle it on off yourself, like the Prime Reminder add-on. Yep. Yeah, and trust me, there was a lot of complaints about the Borderlands 3 one. Like, it's definitely got a lot of cool functionality, but the user-friendliness of it is basically non-existent. Oh my god, and I get one of these too? This could kill me. Just saying. This was from last league, I think. These are the rare enemies in these things are actually insanely ridiculous. Keep an eye on my health here in a minute. Ah! If I get hit by a rare, I'm going to lose half my health in a split second. No, we're good. Okay, phone wasn't too bad. Stack deck's my favorite. An incubator. Egg! My egg. To be honest, and now I'm accidentally talking about Borderlands 3, but I know a couple weeks ago when I said I was going to be streaming a variety of games, including Apex and this and some other stuff, I mentioned Borderlands 3, and I don't think I've touched it since. Well, the reason for that is I'm kind of tired of... I mean, I know I just said nothing but wonderful things about Borderlands 3 when I was playing it when it came out, and I'm not taking any of those back. However, for whatever reason, they're treating Borderlands 3 as like an online game that requires like intense weapon and character balancing. And I get that it's co-op, but there's no like PvP. There's no ranked leaderboards or anything that I'm aware of. There's nothing that makes having an overpowered weapon like detrimental to the rest of the community, right? Well, recently they've been taking basically all the weapons that were fun because they were sometimes a little bit techy, but overall very powerful, and they've just been nerfing them into the dirt. Like, I'm cool with buffing some of the weaker weapons to like make them viable, but in a game like Borderlands 3, don't nerf every fun weapon into the dirt. One of the weapons, which I think I showed you guys last time I played, called the Flacker. It's like a shotgun that just shoots out like a bunch of explosions in front of you. They lowered the damage on it by 70%. It now does less than a third of the damage it used to. And yeah, it was pretty OP. But it was also a legendary, and didn't work perfectly with every build. And it was not so overpowered that they needed to reduce it by 70%. So I'm kind of mad at them right now, because I'm like, I don't want to play. Honestly, 2 of the weapons that I've been using got nerfed. And it's like, I don't want to, every 2 weeks, have to completely clear out my bank and get new legendaries, because all the ones I had are no good anymore. That kind of stuff infuriates me, and to be honest, that's kind of why I took a break from Path of Exile. There was a couple leagues in a row where, like, the build I really wanted to try just got nerfed into the dirt. I'm like,
Let's have a look at the
all right, where are we going? So I gotta go. Oh, what do we got? Bottom. Bottom, left, bottom. Yeah.
It's time.
All right, then. This is one of the layouts I hate, though. So much stuff to maneuver around. All right. Oh god, no. I'll come back for you, Stone of Passage. I promise. Make it. Got it. Hello? Also, hello?
Just in time. Ah, there you are. Ready to revisit the
Top
past?
right, top left.
The more you kill,
Up.
let's go.
Ooh, chaos mobs. Top right, now top left if I can get another one. Come here. Hey. You've made cake? What kind of cake? Cake?
Good job.
All right.
Just in time. Ah, there you are. Ready to revisit the past? The more you kill, the more you change my map. And the closer we get to finding the temple in the present day.
I
Have a
hate
look at
traps,
where you're
man.
going.
Ew.
It's time.
Yeah, I'm not doing traps. F traps. Oh my god. Alright. Point taken, game. Don't stand in front of chaos mobs. Jesus Christ, I lost 90% of my health in a split second. I've played this for like 3 hours the other night and didn't even have like anything remotely close to like a scare about dying. I've almost died twice on stream in 50 minutes.
Good job, Exile.
Good talk. Oh, Jesus. Could be a problem. Ugh. Yeah, I can't even see the detonate deads going off. I have no idea what's happening. Okay, it's over there. Jesus.
I need more pockets.
Alright, then. Chocolate. The Danish one translated to dream cake. A regular white cake, but the topping is so great. Mix of butter, sugar, and coconut. Ah. Should have led with coconut. You'd had me right away. That actually does sound amazing, though. Not gonna lie. I'm still kind of like a good old American. I love me some like apple pie kid, but coconut's amazing. Actually, one of my favorite things, and it shouldn't be because it's extremely alcoholic. Only something I probably have like once or twice a year. But it's based off one of my favorite cakes, which is pineapple upside down cake. Apple pie, yes, we've all seen it in a movie. I do heart me some pie. Not like that. Not like American Pie. Don't even. How dare you? Yeah, pineapple upside down cake. It's basically like cake, pineapple stuff, and then like, you know what? I don't even know how to make it, to be fair. I haven't had it since I was a kid, but it's one of my favorite things. And I think you bake it upside down, and then when you I don't even know. That's why it's called that, though. Either you put it in the pan upside down and then you bake it and then you flip it. I don't remember. I'm the worst. But there is an alcoholic drink version that tastes exactly like it. No. I have the alcoholic drink version of pineapple upside down cake once or twice a year. I haven't had actual pineapple upside down cake in decades. But it's so good.
Glad you made it back.
The alcoholic version is basically, it's like whipped vodka, pineapple liqueur, and cherry 7-Up? I think that's what it is. I'm not gonna lie, my wife makes the drinks most of the time. But I'll tell you what, it's the best thing in the world.
Stay sane.
Okay, it's like in the top 400 best things in the world that I've experienced. I mean, it's probably not better than, like, curing a potentially fatal illness. Alright, stack deck time. What are we getting? What are we getting? Okay, good to know. I wanted a good one. Not a fan of pineapple. Huh. Weird, I thought we were friends. Apparently not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm also the guy that likes pineapple on pizza, so... What you gonna do?
See you. Learn anything new?
Oh, I didn't have that item. Throw it in the trash can where it belongs. Ouch, man. Ouch. Here's the thing. I am totally fine with saying that pineapple on pizza is no longer pizza. I'm totally cool with that. Because basically it's true. I don't think it's called, it doesn't feel like pizza anymore. However, I think it's still delicious. Wait, pineapple on pizza is a political issue now? Oh, holy shit. Or wait, trash cans are a political issue. I am so lost. Oh god. Oh. That's true. There are legitimately heated discussions about pineapple pizza. Anyone know why? Like, there's plenty of foods that have kind of like a very split, like, love it or hate it fan base. Coconut, you could even say, is one. I don't think I know a lot of people who are like, coconut's whatever. It's usually like, yeah, sure, I enjoy throwing up when I eat, or like, yes, I enjoy having orgasms when I eat. Like, those are like the two sides of coconut. I feel like pineapple's kind of similar, but you never hear it about anything else. Coconut pizza, maybe? Yeah, that's true. There's... I think it was all a meme that just turned into something ugly. Like, people legitimately fighting for, like, pineapple on pizza being banned or something. That, and I still think a lot of it's a joke, but I feel like there might actually be people with, like, strong feelings about a pizza topping, and I worry about them. Yeah, I think most of the people just feed the fire, and that's pretty obvious because, I mean, it's an easy thing to do. But it's one of those that if there's even a few people out there that have such strong feelings, they're actually, like, upset when people talk about it. Like, you're literally concerning yourself with what food condiment people are putting on a piece of cooked bread. Like, please don't. If someone was like, I enjoy, you know, a pizza with blood pudding instead of sauce, and then, like, basically haggis or something else that is, to many people, not delicious sounding. If someone told me that, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Just in time.
I'm not. Not even you eating it, it's them. Right. Like, no one's even trying to force you to eat it. It's just, like, horribly offended by the fact that it exists.
Let's go.
It's weird, man. And it also makes you think, like, we're doing so much to, like, you know, the world is working... Oh, God. That was lag. The world is working so hard for, like, you know, rights for people and all this stuff. If we can't, like, let putting a fruit on a piece of cooked bread go, how on earth are, like, people gonna... Are we ever going to, like, work our way through things like racism and sexism, right? It's not really political what I'm talking about, by the way. It's not supposed to be. I'm not getting into those subjects. But that's what concerns me. That if there's even one person on the planet that gives a flying fuck what I put on my pizza, how are we ever going to fix the much bigger problems? Mind you, I'm not looking for answers, because honestly, I don't think there is an easy answer. But that's what concerns me more than anything. Okay. Jesus Christ, Alva. Calm down.
Just in time. Ah, there you are.
I don't want breach splinters. I hate you.
The more you kill, the more you change my map.
Top left.
Time to go.
On to a more important topic, though. Deviled eggs. Are they really the devil? Discuss. Okay. Never had deviled eggs? It's a weird concept. I'm not a huge fan, but I'm not a huge fan of hard-boiled eggs anyway, so.
Good job, Exile.
I think we've just discovered that you live in the far more intelligent country, then. Giant sweeping statement I've just made that is 100% true because I said so. Weird how that works. No, deviled eggs are weird. Like, it's basically just like making a hard-boiled egg, scooping out the yolk, mixing it with stuff, and then slapping it back in,
The
so.
more you kill, the more you change my map. And the closer we get to finding the temple in the present. Time to go.
It's not bad, but it's one of those things where you wonder who came up with it and why? Be one of those, huh? Excuse me! Start taking damage. Thank you. My latency's not bad. Oh, Jesus. That's a big old pack of them. Nope. Alright, we good. But it can look amazing. Sounds like a lot of work for nothing. Yeah, it is partially for fancy looks, and I'll admit it tastes better than just straight hard-boiled egg. At least in my opinion. But it's still one of those things. Just found some fried deviled eggs. Oh, Jesus. That sounds devilish. No, like, someone had to invent that, right? And that's always something that kind of, like, gets me and makes me smile. Is the fact that you look at everything around the world and someone came up with that idea at some point. Like, the Geo Metro. Like, the 3-cylinder car that has less power than some riding lawnmowers. And, for some reason, only people who are 6 feet tall or taller ride in them. And they're obviously made for midgets and no one. Right, someone ate a snake. Alright, I haven't done this in a while, but, like, I'm in love with that, so... Alright. Congratulations on quote number 52. I started reading that and immediately was like, someone ate a snail at some point, and my brain was like, and now we have escargot, because it's and now we, and the next line was have the French. So I read it a different way than you wrote it, so when I got to that second line, it was kind of amazing. It was not what my brain expected to see there, and I'm happy about it. This. Hey, Barrack script's pretty good. Yeah. Have one. Oh, that's not actually lit up, is it? No, it's not. Looked like it was because of the background. I was like, why is that lit up when I'm looking for these? Anyway. Oh, did it not? Wait. On my screen, it actually did. Oh, on my chat bot it did, but in the chat it didn't. Interesting. Try that. Turning. Also, I need to hit on that button. On that keyboard. Alright, try it again. Yeah, I forgot. I guess I can try it, huh? Oh, I hit the cooldown. There it is, maybe. Yay! Okay. Note to self for future.
Learn anything new? Stay sane.
One day.
History repeats.
So... Still don't know what these numbers. 7 is like how many I have in reserve, I think. Oh, red maps. 7 is how many red map ones I can do. How many yellow map ones I can do. White map. Cool, so I have 7 Alva red map things. A 2% chance of catching that one, and that's the one you got. What was that from? What on earth was It's Like Eyeball Coffee that came out of someone's butt? Outro? I had to have been talking about some. I can't even imagine what in God's name I was talking about. That sentence came out of my mouth. I'm not upset about it. I'm totally happy that I said it. I just, God, I wish I remembered why. Probably say it again. I can't either. God, I love not having context. Makes everything better. Air monsters, evil. Fine. I hate almost 80, almost double monster life. No. And oh, yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now I just need to pray. Come on, get a good one.
The mediocre turned remarkable.
Really? Fine, go with it.
The mediocre turned remarkable.
Rare monsters. Cold damage. And that one because it's weird. Alright, cool. Still doing an Alva mission. This. Nemesis. Activate. Aconite put in quotes as well, and you've gotten some fun ones, not as weird. Well, it's alright. You guys will get there. Holy sh... Okay, so that actually jump scared me a little bit, I'll have you know, by the way. That actually freaked me out. I did not... I don't think I've ever... As many times as I've done this map, I don't think I've ever seen an enemy come rushing into the starting area like that. That was insane. No, fireball! Run away! There you go. Oh, then another one. Whee! Okay. Is it the same thing? Like, can you, like, just, like, do a random quote or, like, a numbered quote or... Alva.
There you are. Ready to
Jesus, I don't want breaches.
Let's go.
He's... But we're getting breaches. Oh my god, and there went half my health. Alright, Tubby must be careful. Tubby's gonna focus for a second. Oh, same bot, nice. These little areas are going to be my vacation from chat. Not that I need one, just, like, I'm not going to be reading stuff while I'm in there. Because that could get me killed. Out here, I'm totally fine. I could do this part in my... I have my moments. Hope if I actually picked up the thing. There we go. On a completely unrelated note, do you know if Aconite's streaming today? If so, I might raid him at the end of the thing and check out his quotes. And if I'm feeling feisty, might give him a couple new ones to add.
Just in time. Ah, there you are.
Ooh,
Ready
maps.
To revisit the
Cool.
past? It's
I like
time.
maps. Hello. Maybe? Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Obviously, when we go to raid later, I will look. Oh! Told you I wasn't going to read chat in these areas. Oh, Jesus!
Good job, Exile.
Of all the horror games and everything else out there, I swear to God, if I die of a heart attack, I could probably get my family, someone in my family, to sue GGG and win. For creating a game that causes so much nervous energy. Oh my God. Wait. Still have another Alva thing to do, don't I? I do. Oh my God, I completely missed it.
Just in time. Ah, there you are. Ready to revisit the past? The more you kill, the more you change my map. And the closer we get to finding the temple in the present day. Time to go.
Oh, Jesus. I think I killed the wrong one. I did. No, I made it. Time clasp. I kind of want to turn those in for a lore weave. Even though I already have a bunch. I was gonna say, except for the reduced attribute requirements, I've got tier 1 cold and lightning resist on that. Would be great. Which would be great if the other suffix didn't absolutely blow. Reduced attribute.
Stay sane.
Balls. My cat says hi. All right, guys. I'm gonna take a quick minute and stretch. Oh, walk around. This game does kind of make me hunch a little bit. makes me kind of super hyper focused. Yeah, I think I'm gonna come back and play about another hour, maybe a little more. I might end with like a Slay the Spire run or something today. Like I said, today is the day between the We Were Here playthroughs, so it's kind of like a chill Saturday. Yeah. Exactly. They're more mental variations of the exact minute, though, right? Like, if you say I'm going to do something, or like, going to take a hot minute or a quick minute, that means you're actively, like, keeping track, and you're going to do it quickly. I've never heard anyone say slow minute, but I guess that would be like, yeah, I'm just going to relax for a slow minute, and then you're, like, actively not thinking about how long it's been. It's not real time. Look. You're not wrong. But also, why? Just demonstrate it? Alright. No. I'll be back. Okay. Ugh. There we go. Jesus. I had a weird thought, by the way. I have a lot of weird thoughts when I take my breaks. It's when my mind just wanders, and it's never a good thing.
Greetings.
Atlas mission. This one has 2 bosses, but otherwise it's fine. So, my wife and I, for no apparent reason, were talking about, like, dangerous animals. And I realized that the most vindictive, cruel creature in the entire world, at least by my estimation, is the honeybee. And you may think, how is that possible? That is an animal that is willing to do a very small amount of damage to you and then die for it. If it feels threatened by you, it will sting you and then die. That's true. It does take down the entire ecosystem if you get rid of it, too. Isn't it just instinct? Well, yeah. That makes it even worse. It's the only thing it knows how to do. It's biological, like, biologically wired to be an evil, vindictive creature that will sacrifice itself to do a very small amount of damage. Wait, contains a timeless monolith? This is new. I've never seen this before in a thing. I'm doing that.
It's time.
Insane. Actually crazy. Oh, I was gonna say, where did I miss killing stuff? It was right here.
Good job.
I mean, yes, but that's the whole point, right? That's what makes them different, is the fact that they have the inherent flaw of dying basically immediately after using their weapon.
The more you kill, the more you change.
I mean, I understand that bees don't work as individual creatures. They work in swarms.
Here's the plan.
And they were never meant to take down creatures as big as people. I mean, killer bees and stuff, obviously, yeah, but like honeybees weren't. Okay, so this is the one I want. This is the chamber I want, and I can't get it because I only have 2 left. Sacrificing unique item. Oh wait, no, this is one of the ones I want, but not the one. But I'll still go for it. And yeah, it's not conscious, obviously, but it's still weird. It's a weird thing. As a human being, looking at it as a human being, it's a weird thing. Yeah, mantises that eat after mating. The most jealous creature there is. That's true. There's certain spiders that do that too, I think. That eat the male. To be fair though, that's very directed, and it's also probably kind of Population control? Oh my god, depth level 15,600. I was here.
Now that.
That's hilariously insane. Kind of breachery. Saw. Okay. Usually not too bad unless the big boy himself shows up. If I get a Cheula breach, I might actually run from it. Just because chaos damage. Now I'm trying to think of other animals that do like crazy weird things. Obviously there's things like, you know, animals that regenerate and stuff like that. That's just cool though. Humans in any category? I mean, that is true.
Hello, Exile. Ah, there you are. Hello. Greetings. Ah, there you are. Ready to revisit the past?
Didn't get anything good on this
The
one.
more you kill, the more you... Time to go.
Well, I did get a level 2 map one. That's an okay temple thing, but I really want the one that lets me corrupt an item. Okay. Wait. Oh, I didn't kill the dude up here. Hi.
Good job, Exile.
Oh, it tells me how much master favor I've... That wasn't in last time. Or I haven't noticed that. Goodbye. So, now I have another temple. Garbage. Okay. It.
Learn anything new, Exile? May your maps be merciful.
And time to do this.
I mean, we...
Sacrifice a unique item. Please.
Greetings. I did it. I mean...
Have full of items,
the
breaches,
location of the temple is now clear.
monolith,
Remember to watch
maps,
your step, Exile.
currencies
You may
over
have helped
here.
build this layout,
Alright, I'm gonna have
but a
to...
lot can change in 2,000 years. There's no
Do I still
telling
have the
what kind of
traps one?
things
I
have
don't.
taken
I
up
got rid of it.
residence in those
Okay, good.
ruins. Hope you've made some bags.
So I want to go here,
Today
here,
we make off with a
here.
king's ransom.
here. Oh, I want to hit this. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of a long.
Hello, Exile. Let's go.
But yeah, okay, so I have gained a whopping 7% experience since I started playing. Almost 2 hours ago. I mean, I took a break, so like call it an hour and a half, but 7% in an hour and a half. Yep, that's the thing.
Dust and rot. Smells like treasure. Get close. Time to make history. At last. At Zoar.
Go right from here. To be honest, I'm not even going to worry about fighting everything in here. It's generally not great experience, but... the rooms like this... oh god, that was a detonate dead. Yup. And you see that weird, like, red circle kind of flash on the ground. That means any corpses in the area are about to blow up and ruin your day. That is a thing. All of Champions. So this is the time. Yeah, this is the Timeless Monolith. I've never seen one of these rooms. It must be new. I mean, I hadn't really played since they put this into standard, so I guess it makes sense. Still. My question is, if you make this level 3, do you get 3 of them in one room? It looks like it, actually. Hey. Take that. Like, it looks like there could be one here. And here. Oh, and I touched it. And then one on the other side, too. A little awkward to get around this area, but... oh, God. Yeah, a little awkward. Ooh, and I've got Marketh in here. Alright. Wasn't too scary. Quality gem. Get much good out of it though. 2 this way, and I get to the currency one. Oh, come here. Okay. Currency one. There though? Oh, there we go. Go away. I've noticed that I've been seeing more of the chests in the room with like the like mini boss in each area. I wonder if that's on purpose. I wonder if they added that and I just... Alright, breaches. Oh, this will be fun. Wait, this isn't it. No. Oh, okay. 3 breaches.
This cult must
We're on my rampage for this because I'm going to be killing a lot of monsters. $260. Ash Rift, Breach, or whee! Come on, I know there's more of you. I was gonna say, Jesus. Oh, that was actually Ash. Holy shit, that was the big boy, and I almost ran into his nonsense. Didn't get to it in time. It's fine. Now you may be thinking, hey Tubby, that looks like a lot of loot. You're not entirely wrong. This really looks like a lot of loot. Jesus. I can't click on things today, apparently. Thank God I'm not playing Apex. If my aim's bad in an ARPG, then God knows. Alright, good enough. Ooh, maps next. That's what I wanted. Give me them burial chambers. Got 2. Sacrifice chamber. We'll do that one last. Do this one first. What's this? Oh, items. More maps. Oh, Jesus. Huh. That. Now, because this is only a level 1 unique transformation room, it can't turn into like a headhunter, but it can turn into some good stuff. Or a Xanthandus Cassock, or whatever the crap it's called. Xandethus Cassock. Which, for those of you that don't play, is not a good item. In fact, it's garbage. About as much garbage as the thing I destroyed to get it. So I broke even.
No risk, no reward.
Come on. You know, let's just stand in the middle and spin. You keep doing things like they're important. Ow. Alright, well, that happened. Quality items. That one. Cards. More shards. More quality items. Yet, nothing I really wanted.
Need a map?
That actually looked good for a second. This is one of my favorite items. 30% move speed and chance to dodge attack hits, but unfortunately everything else on it. I have a couple decent ones in my bank that are like ridiculous versions of that. But
Stay inquisitive.
not gonna do another Alva right now. I'm just gonna do a standard standard burial chambers. And you know what? After this one, I think I might swap over and play, like... I still don't know what. Maybe some Children of Morta. Kind of been jonesing for that game a little bit. Grind up some levels on my characters and things. I mean, if I'm gonna start the day with an ARPG, I might as well keep playing an ARPG. Just one that happens to be a roguelite, too. It's funny, though, actually. If you think about it, hardcore mode on this game is kind of like a really long-form roguelite. Wait, excuse me? Hi. You're annoying. I mean, instead of runs taking like half an hour, though, it's runs that take, you know, dozens to hundreds of hours, and then you die, and then you've got your, like, constant progression that anything you kept in your bank is still good on your next hardcore character, but other than that, you're basically starting over. Quit following me, Fireball. No one likes you. Jesus. Alright, let's see how many enemies are just in this last area. Count with me, chat. Right above my head. I'm gonna guess like 600. 5 to 600. More than 3. Yep. I'm a little upset because if you'd said less than 3, I would have said, oh, I love you too, buddy. Also, it's now probably going to be like 700 or 800. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, that breach kind of ruined the numbers, but hey, there's one of those. $738. It was probably more like $550 for that breach. So. Is that like somebody accidentally sitting on like a spike? Ouch. Looks painful. My entire life, I've always thought 3s just looked like butts. Part of the reason I do now and always will really, really miss being 33 years old. My age was just 2 butts. Sedima's touch? Question mark? So, oh wait, no, these might be the other ones. No, these are Sedima's. It's certainly something going somewhere. Imagination doings. Yeah, there's a few options that could be. Could kind of be like a really crude version of like picking your nose. Crude as in crudely drawn, not as in the action. Do what you want. Mine for gold all you want. I ain't gonna tell you how to live. And we are almost a quarter of the way to 99. Holy balls. 14 million XP per hour is what I ended up getting. 230 million to go. That's, yeah, solid. 16 hours. Half hours.
Glad you
All right,
made it back.
what did I get? Oh, mana and mana per second was the big one for that. Good cast speed on it, but... And mana. And mana per second. Garbage.
Stay inquisitive.
Alright. Well, that happened. I don't actually have a Children of Morta thing set up, do I? I don't. Let's go back to here. I can only grind Path of Exile for a couple hours. I can't play it for like 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. It just gets so repetitive. But, I mean, it's fun while I play it. Switching to Children of Morta. Getting wrecked is fun. Now I'm playing a game where I can die and it's fine. And done. Easy peasy. I think I do have to turn it down more. I haven't honestly played this in like a week. I haven't touched it since last time I streamed it, so let's see how it goes. Also, I have no idea where to put my camera. Figure it out. Oh, I did kind of miss this, though. Kind of missed this janky-ass game. I love it. I'm aware. I think this just came out for consoles a couple days ago, too. Right. Oh, I don't have any money, right? Oh, I actually do have a good bit of money. Like critical chance. Like dodge chance. No amount of money.
The halls of the spirit lay close by. Uncle Ben, a former resident of Terra Lava, knew these parts.